Hey everyone, this is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher, coming to you here with another how-to video and also a little bit of commentary regarding the state of Georgia versus Eligio Bishop, known better as Nature Boy and also known as Three God. Shout out to Max V World Media and also shout out to King World 2020. I stopped by their channels and they were talking about that there was an update with the case. So definitely go and check them out today. And so I wanted to go back myself to the website and see the information for myself. So I thought I would make this video also for you so that you'll know some of the updates that are going on with the case. So just a reminder, last week there was a new bond hearing, motion to change bond. However, Judge, I believe her name is Desiree Sutton Peagler, denied him. So it was the third time that he was denied bond. So, but it was also approaching the 90-day rule in Georgia that you must be, before the 90 days is up, you must have a, what do you call it? Excuse me, losing my train of thought. You must have see the grand jury. Okay. So I believe last week it was approaching like 85 days. So today is the 11th and I'm going to show you exactly what is the new update now since then. So we're going to click Smart Search. We're going to put Bishop Eligio. Is it Eligio or Eligio? Okay. All right. So a couple of things come up from him, as I mentioned before. There is a case, apartment complex, 2009. That is another apartment complex, 2011. That is a statewide versus Eligio in 2012. This is dealing with the rental home that they had not paid rent on. So let's go back up. I think I passed it. Usually I look for the one that says 414 because that's when he was. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's when he was arrested. Okay, so I see they have a file date 7/11/2022. So that was today. So let's click on that again. All right, case number. He's in Division 6 court. They have the R word. The reason why we're saying it's the R word is because YouTube may, they may flag your video or demonetize it. Okay, so Tabitha Pasmino, that is the prosecutor. Here is the defendant. And that is his lawyer's name, Khalil Edie. And here are his charges. Oh, okay. So as you can see, the first two, the R word, false imprisonment, and prohibition on nude or sexually explicit images. And he has 3 charges for those. So as you can see, most of his charges are felonies. Remember, the victim is one of his former members of his cult, also a former wife. Her real name is Janae, but she also goes by Natiri. Okay. All right. And here we have 419 motion for new bond for bond. This was after he was arrested. Here's the search warrant, the 21st, the affidavit showing why they need the search warrant. Real 2022. I think that was someone's request to have the media, like television news stations there. Okay, and then 5/6, that was the bond hearing. I think that was Judge Bethel who actually ended up, Judge Bethel denied the bond. And then there was entry of appearance, they got Khalil Edie, and then there was a petition for a new bond. Here is, I believe it's 7, and in the previous video, 7 or 8, or it might be 10 affidavits for and search warrants for all their phone and electronic items. Because remember, they have put all of their business, Nature Boy and DeKalb Nature, put all of their business on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Bigo, Twitter. Okay, the sexually explicit images was from what he posted, porn scenes on Twitter. Okay. So, on the June 7th, Prince's birthday, he was supposed to have a hearing, but it never happened. Then on the 7th, last week, he had his bond hearing, and this is Judge Desiree Sutton Pegler, and that's in one of her previous videos. You can go see it. We basically denied him bond. She was like, I don't hear anything different from what Judge Bethel was given at the last trial. So here you can see the information. I'm going to start at the top so you all can see it. State of Georgia, it's Eligio Bishop. Okay. False imprisonment, R word. Prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. Okay. And each one of the reason why there's three is because I believe it was 3 separate videos. And here, I saw this on this part right here on Max V World Media last night. And here it says, defendant's motion for bond having been made by and through the defendant's attorney and the state having been represented by Assistant District Attorney Tabitha V. Pasmino and the matter having come before the court for consideration. It is hereby ordered that bond in the above style case is hereby denied for the following reasons. The defendant poses a significant risk of fleeing from the jurisdiction of the court or failing to appear in court when required. The defendant poses a significant threat or danger to a person, the community, or to property in the community. The defendant poses a significant risk of committing a felony pending trial. The defendant poses a significant risk of intimidating witnesses or otherwise obstructing the administration of justice. These are the same things that Judge Bethel said back in May. Okay? And it was found out that his wives was contacting the victim, Janae Lettieri, last week. Okay, so as you see, so ordered on this 7th day of July, 2022. There's the judge's signature. Here is Assistant District Attorney. Here you can download the document. I have a whatchamacallit, so I can see the I can download it. It's like 10 cents per page. Okay. So I hear these are the last 2 things. All right. 7-Eleven indictment. Let's view it. Everybody got your glasses? Whew. Do y'all want me to go over this document in a separate video? Please leave it in the description because we might need to. So here are his case. Here's the CR, the DeKalb County Superior Court. So as you can see at the top, there's a date and it's a time. So that means that this was when the clerk of the Superior Court received it. And most likely it was done electronically. Okay. So, state witness, investigator C. Benson, DeKalb County District Attorney's Office. And I guess it's the person who's putting in, it's probably the person who had the filers to put in the information. Okay. So, rape, false imprisonment, prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmission, prohibition on nude or sexual transmission, it says on there 3 times. So it's his 5 charges. And here it says, true bill, July 8th, 2022, grand jury, 4-person. And here is, in this case, it was Sherry Boston, who was at this trial, district attorney, and then it's Eligio Bishop. And I guess they'll have his attorney and the defendant sign it. Now, let me explain a couple of things. And I have to admit, that attorney, Tabitha Passman, Miss Tabitha, she said in last Thursday, she said, the judge asked her, is the grand jury has been The date for that has been set. And she said yes. Now, I was thinking it was going to happen this week, but remember, last Thursday, it was 85 days. Well, according to this right here, July 8th, and the fact that this says it's an indictment, that means that they actually had the trial Friday, y'all. Last Friday, July 8th, see down here. Last Friday, true bill, July 8th, 2022, and that is a grand jury four-person signature. Now, when there is a grand jury, the grand jury is different from a regular jury that hears your case. In a grand jury, they decide whether or not that there is actually sufficient evidence and cause to actually have a trial. Okay? They're not determining guilt or innocence. They're determining whether or not there should be a regular trial. So either they have to give no bill, which means say, hey, don't need to go forward, or they give true bill, which they mean say, hey, there's some stuff here that needs to be heard and said by another jury or the judge, because some of the defendants may have a judge who's deciding their case, not a jury, that needs to go forward. And so in their case, y'all see it right here, this grand jury on Friday, July the 8th, said true bill. Okay? All right? So, this is only page 1 of the document. You know what? I think I will do another video. Oh, it's 7 pages. Okay, hit a sister's Cash App so that we can go over this paperwork and everything. So, shout out to King World 2020 because he was talking about this. He was talking about this today. Like, hey, indictment has come down. So I was like, okay, I got to go over here and look at it for myself because, interesting. Okay, I'm going to come back to this, y'all. Okay, so let's look at, on 8/23, 2022, it's scheduled an arraignment for 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So that will be the next hearing. Now, this is what happens at an arraignment, okay? At an arraignment, it starts the trial process, okay? This is where basically the charges is read to the defendant, and basically the defendant is basically puts in their plea. They either say, guilty, I'm guilty, or they say, I'm not guilty. And then there's a set of instructions by the judge. And I guess, I need to probably ask Empire Escort TV about this. Then I believe either at that time, the judge will like say, hey, we need to come back here. And they'll probably say, counselors, when do you want to come? The judge may ask, when do you want to come back to the court? Or the judge will just give them a time. And that's when they'll start. Usually what they'll do is, it may be an opportunity, they may set another time for basically the lawyers to pick a jury. If the defendant chooses to have a jury trial or a judge trial. If he says, I want to have a jury trial, then I want to say the next time that I don't know if he has to be there or the lawyers meet, they have to pick jury members out of a pool. Okay. And they get to ask the jury, some questions, possible jury members some questions. And then a jury is assigned. And then, once the jury, is assigned and made up, then the judge was like, okay, we're coming back for this trial on this date. Now, what either side could do, depending on things, both sides are going to have their witnesses. So they need time to get their witnesses either into the office via Zoom or face-to-face. They got to submit a witness list, artifacts, the things have to be submitted to the court saying, hey, this is the things that we want the jury to be able to see and the evidence that we have. And they also have, each side has to tell the other, like, hey, these are the people on our witnesses list. And this is when, because there's a thing called cross-examination. You want to be able to cross-examine the other side's witnesses, and you need to be prepared to do so. So, like I said, this is the arraignment, okay? So this is this is when Eligio Bishop is going to consider a plea of guilty or not guilty. All right. So if I get some more information before then, I will definitely come back with another video. And I actually might come back with another video and go over the indictment paperwork, okay, that the jury foreman signed, okay? Well, this is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher, with another how-to and commentary video about the state of Georgia versus Eligio Bishop. Y'all have a good night. Bye.